What would you give to feel that you are proud of yourself? I bet that you may have done a few things today that made you proud of who you are and what you've done. There might be a few ideas you still have in your mind, knowing that if you could just do them, you'd be proud of yourself. And by the way, if you have those ideas, make sure that you get those done before the end of today. But the reason for this video is just to share how too often we are going through the day and we forget to be proud of what we can do. We forget to be proud of the actions we've taken to help others. We forgot to celebrate the contribution we were able to do in our teams to make sure that our team makes or gets the best results possible. One thing I want to share with you today is something that I've had in mind for a long time, and I've tried many times. It worked sometimes. Uh, I tried many different ways, and there was always a reason why I felt I could not complete my task. I could not achieve the goals. Does that happen to you? You have that one thing you want to do for so long. You've been wanting to see that person, or you've had this idea of meeting a new person for a long time, and somehow you always push the inevitable. This idea that you know you're going to meet that person one day, but you just haven't done it yet. You know what you have to do, but you just haven't done it yet. You know what the projects you need to finish, but you still haven't completed yet. So the idea is knowing that we know that eventually it's going to get done. The difficulty, though, is every time we're on hold, not completing some of those ideas, those goals, they stay here. They stay in our mind. And what happens is that it takes some energy that could be redirected to more productive goals. And so for example, last week I had some marking to do, and too often when I have a lot of things, a lot of marking as a teacher, sometimes I say, okay, I'm going to see if I can take the whole package of marking and do it the same day. What happened though is that I procrastinate, and it's very hard for me to get started. And what happened is the work keeps piling up, and then you know what you need to do, you procrastinate, and at the end you need to complete what you have to do, but sometimes it's not the best time. You get tired. It's not always the best way. So this time what I did, I had 60 copies to review. I decided to do 10 to 12 a day. That's all. So what happened is I took the big goal, I made it into smaller, more achievable steps, and that's what I did. My plan was to be done in 5 days. I was able to finish in 7. But still, every day I was creating, uh, I was creating achievements. I was creating successes that gave me the energy to move forward. I'm not sure if it has happened to you as well today or this week, but keep in mind that every time we have our goals, every time they stay up here, what happened is we are thinking about it. And I do believe that often procrastination is it's as if you have all these things you have to do, things you want to do, and they bottleneck to the time and your energy where you are, and you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You don't know which one to do first. And I do believe that the first thing you need to do is you pick one and you get it done. You pick the second one and you get it done. I know it's easy to say. My kitchen upstairs is still dirty from making dinner, and it's about 8:30, and I much prefer doing a video than cleaning the kitchen. It's going to get done much later tonight, but still, see, all of us have things that we sometimes procrastinate. On the other hand, as I work on my projects, I still have it at the back of my mind that I still have to do that today, and it's taking some energy. So this is the food for thought. Now I want to share with you one thing I did yesterday. So I decided to go into a challenge. So it's the first funnel challenge that I decided to do with ClickFunnels and Russell Brunson. The reason is that I always know that I want to have a business. I always know that there are steps to get there, but I just don't know how to get there. And I was looking at different platforms over the years. I looked at platforms for courses. Should I use a website? So what happened is all the time I was looking for different ways, researching what I should do. It was in some ways a way to procrastinate. I know that because I'm a bit addicted to learning. I say, well, if I can learn a bit more, I'll make a better decision. But the issue, though, is that if you keep learning and you keep on not making final decisions, you're gathering a wealth of knowledge. But it's all that it is. It's a wealth of knowledge. But at some point, I do feel we need to apply it. And my big issue is that I get so much joy to learn that even though I don't apply all the learning right away, I say, well, that's okay. I can always do that tomorrow. On the other hand, I decided yesterday that going through a challenge would be a good way for me to put things together. So one of the homework for the funnel challenge was to create a website. Now, it is something I've been wanting to do for years. I've dabbled here and there, created some website here and there. I always was not sure what would be the best way. And at some point, I said, okay, I'm going to create one. And then from there, I will grow. Because once you start taking action, one action leads to new questions, new learning, and you move forward. So let me show you the website because I'm proud of that. And you need to be proud of what you do. So the first thing that is quite interesting is, first of all, look at this. The website has my name. This is something that I've always wanted to do and always has been shy to share that because it's some people say, well, why would you have a website with your name? Is it do you think you're better than others and so on? I don't think I'm better than others. I'm here going forward to see how far can I get the learning because website is part of the internet. Is there things that I haven't done yet? For sure. And so let's see what we can do. So the homework was to do the first part. So I did a few parts to see how far I can go through. So there was here the idea of describing who you are, putting a picture. So I was trying to do a logo. That's not the best logo. I have to see if I can get something better. But still, over the past 23 years, I've taught tons of subjects in middle and high school. My specialties are science, French, communication technology, geography, IB French, and history. I have a French YouTube channel and about science, and welcome to this amazing website. Perfect. That's the first big part. I have a top part here with a place to learn about learning, teaching, and leadership. And here, this is not working. This is just something I have to deal with. I did not know how to get rid of it. Did I step aside saying, well, if I don't know how to complete this, I think it's better for me not to deal with it. No, I just say, okay, let's see what I can do and see how far I can push that. Funny enough, I was able here to put a button and the button is leading me. Look at this. It's the wrong website. This is my English YouTube channel. Interesting. So that means that I made a mistake in the link. But that's okay. Because here I see it's my French YouTube channel and that was the English one. That's something I'm going to change. Oh, actually, today I was thinking about how I am proud of the fact that I'm a bilingual person, both speaking both French and English. And maybe that's something I could put here on that one page, having like maybe a column in French, one in English, and at some point you redirect people to the language that they prefer, so I can help them more. Okay, and the reason why I think a website is important, we're doing with the Movement Maker lead magnets. We are creating products, but I did not know what to do with it. So this is my portal to share what I do. Would it be great? I hope so. Do I know how I would get there? Far from that. But it's interesting to see. I did put the link here to my YouTube channel, my LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. So here we have things we can do. See, there's a big, nice white line here for some reason. I'll have to double check that. And here I'm just showing how it all started. So I was looking for ways to expand my definition of teaching beyond the classroom. And that's when I started my YouTube channel, which led for me to meet Evan Carmichael. And here at this time, putting a website together. Um, Good. This is some of my philosophy of learning. I do feel that learning is an adventure. That's why it is exciting. So I'm sharing that with you just to show that, okay, for years, I've been working on YouTube and so on. I always have felt uncomfortable and not sure about putting a website together. And finally, after years of procrastination, it's a work in progress. So here I'm mentioning that learning is to believe in the power of learning and build confidence and leadership skills. It's important to explore, believe in the power of meeting new people and getting out of your comfort zone. And all of these are words that reflect who I am and hoping to guide others to expand who they are. And here I have growth, believe in your vision to make the world a better place. So here at the bottom, there's a few extra ones. And here it is the idea of actually, this is nothing. I should have taken that out. There's no link anywhere, just to show that it is still a work in progress. And here, so these are blogs. A few years, so when I started in January, I'm creating one video a day in my YouTube channel, and I figured that I would do a blog for each of these videos. The problem though is that I did not have time to put together all the videos, edit, post, and then create a blog. So the blog idea stopped on the 7th of January, 7 days later. I just couldn't have the time. So here I'm looking at ways so I can include my videos in this website. I don't know how it's going to work yet, but I could still procrastinate saying, okay, well, I really don't know if it's going to lead anywhere. But at some point, you got to take the steps. You need to take the action so that you can actually say, okay, I've created an action. Let's see if I can go to the next step, and at the same time, create some momentum. Let's see if I can show you the idea, because I do believe in Evan Carmichael in his message, and I have this book right here with me all the time. Momentum is important. And how can you create momentum? You have to take steps to make sure that you can say, okay, I've on my step 3, I've done 2 already. Let's see if I can go from there. On this, I wanted to share my win of yesterday, knowing that if you have any wins that you have for today or this week, take the time to celebrate. If you have some ideas that are in your mind, make sure that you get some of these completed so that you can free up the energy to work on other goals that you have. I believe in you. And on this, I'm going to put here 2 videos on this side and this side. So there'll be the playlist of my milestone journey, as well as a video on taking action. So I'll see you in the next video.